up in the store, somebody got to sneezing, and I was like, who is that doing all that sneezing? I'm not trying to get snick. Did I say snick? I mean, I'm not trying to get sick. Anywho, I have allergies and sometimes I sneeze. And I just don't want to be running into nobody who's also sneezing. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of my allergies. Like, is there some cure out there to get rid of allergies? Because my allergies be bugging. My nose itches right here sometimes and right here. And I do like this. But I don't have a cold or anything. It's just, I don't know. A habit of nature now. Trying to figure out where I'm gonna go now. I'm just walking around. Nothing much is going on. I need to create y'all a little bit of content right now. And that's about it. I think I'm gonna head on back to the house. Thought I'd pick y'all back up for a little bit. I love this sofa right here. That is nice. Oh. Let me tell y'all this from experience. It is kind of boring living in nice neighborhoods. Yeah, it's really boring. Now, I've lived in the hood before, and living in the hood was quite interesting because somebody always made you laugh. Somebody was always playing music, but I'm over the whole nice neighborhoods. I'm ready to move back to the ghetto. I really am. That's where I'm from, the ghetto anyway. But so far, y'all, living in a nice area, it's just so boring. Like, life is really boring, and maybe it's where I live. I can't speak for every nice area in every state. But from my personal experience, right now, living in a nice area is super, super boring. I'm just not feeling this vibe anymore. And I probably talked to y'all about something like this similar before, and I just don't want to be coming on here talking about the same stuff. But then at the same time, I'm all about keeping it real. We go still push out positivity, but I'm gonna keep it real. We can be positive, but we can also be real at the same time.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before the new. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew how much I miss not knowing that we're all screwed when we play our roles and ignore the problems.
I got me a fresh cup of coffee. You can't even see in the inside, and I'm trying to show y'all what it look like. Anywho, strong is the new beautiful. That's what it says right here. Strong is the new beautiful. So, I am just on chill mode today. I checked the reservation tickets for Saturday. Can't wait to go on the road trip Saturday. Nothing like a good road trip. Now, if you drive, I don't drive, but if you drive, you need to try to take like a little road trip. When I first started taking road trips, I would travel around the city that I grew up in from my home state. Started off doing that. Then I was like, okay, it's time for me to travel out of my city. I got on that highway and I traveled to each city that was like outside of the inner city that I was from. And it was pretty cool, and I enjoyed my little road trips from there, and I still enjoy road trips, although I do not drive anymore. I love getting on the airplane as well. I'm a traveler. I love traveling, to be exact with y'all. Traveling is one of my favorites. That's why I said, if you drive and you like, it's time for you to take a little road trip. You don't have to go drive across America. All you need to do is just pick a little city outside of your city and just travel there and go to a museum there, go to a concert there, or just take a road trip. Road trips are fun. I really love road trips. One thing I want to share with y'all about each and every day and how I look at every day. Now, this is something positive that I do for myself. Each day, whether that's I gotta run the errand, gotta take care of important things, I show up. And that's what I do. I take care of those things. I'm not going the extra mile just to try to like do extra. And y'all, each and every day, I'm doing what's best for me and my family. I'm not going out of my way for nobody. The only people I'm going out of my way for are my children. That's it. Because I've noticed that some companies and even some people will not go out of their way for you. So I'm not going out of my way, okay? I'm just doing the bare minimum. It's just like going to a Christmas party without gifts. And you arrive to the Christmas party and there's Christmas food, everybody's socializing and just having a good time. That's it. Not bringing no Christmas gifts because nobody asked me to bring any gifts. Nobody said that there was gonna be a gift exchange. I remember one year, one of my friends had invited me to a party that she was throwing, and she said, "You do not have to bring any gifts." And I said, okay. And then I asked her why. She was like, because I don't need any gifts. And I respected that. So when I arrived to her party, I showed up with no gifts. First, I respected her wishes of not bringing any gifts to her party. So she just celebrated her birthday without accepting any gifts from anybody. And I can respect that. You know, you're like, you know what? I don't need nothing. You know, just come to the party. Your presence is what's most important to me. You just showing up to my birthday party and just being here. And I can respect that. So that's what I did. So nowadays, when somebody tell me something like, oh, come to the party. Don't worry about bringing any gifts. Don't worry about like bringing any food. Hey, all you gotta do is just tell me once, okay? That's it. I'm not bringing nothing if you don't want me to bring nothing to the party. So I say that to say, even when I'm dealing with people that I know and they say something like that, like, oh, you know, you're invited to my party. You don't have to bring any barbecue or anything, okay? I'm not gonna do nothing, okay? And another thing too, I'm one of these people who will not go out of my way after I've offered help. Let me tell y'all something. One time I was working for this company, right? And they needed help. They let everybody know they needed help. So I reached out to them and I was like, well, if you need help, let me know. I'll come and work for you on those days, right? Nobody never responded back to me. And even when I picked a shift out on their like system to pick out the shifts that you want to work, they didn't take my offer. They picked over me by picking someone else. All right. So when those days came for, you know, the days that they needed people to work, one person didn't show up to work and then they were short. Then the next day they were short. Nobody never reached out to me like, hey, oh, I remember you said that you would help us out if we needed the help. Hey, we need the help. Can you come in and work? Nobody didn't call me, didn't text me, say nothing. So I just let it be. You know what, y'all? I'm not about to beg nobody like to accept my help. Once I offer my help and you turn my help down, that goes for any company I work for. Look, hey, you on your own. So if you struggling, just know in the back of your mind that, hey, I tried to offer my help and you didn't want my help. So you on your own. Hey, you know what I mean? I'm not about to beg nobody to pick me so I can help them. I'm not a pick me person. So throughout the years, I just learned to do the bare minimum. When I'm assigned to do on any job that I get, I just go do my job. That's it. I'm not bugging the boss to pick me so that I can have a shift. Nope. The shifts that I'm assigned, I'm gonna work my shifts and that's it. I'm not going out of the way. I'm just not doing it because I learned in my past from past companies that some companies, they don't care if you offer them help. They'll probably hire someone else to do the job. So you can't really rely on some people. So yeah, I learned that. Yeah, so I just do the bare minimum. You gonna have to call me and tell me you need my help, okay? But I'm not reaching out. Yeah, I learned that a long time ago. Yeah, so I'm not the type of person to go out of my way anymore for anybody. The only people I go out of my way for are my children. I love to be positive, but I also love to be real. So you will hear me talk about some things sometimes here on my YouTube channel, but I'm just being real because I love to be positive. Don't get me wrong, I'm all into good vibes, positive vibes, but let's just be real. Let's just keep it real about me and the way I talk. God is good. I just have to say this, in life you gotta do what makes you happy. If waking up every morning, organizing your home is something that makes you happy, do it. If home decor is something that you love, enjoy buying home decor items for your home. Or if you don't want to like spend a lot of money on home decor, start doing home decor DIYs where you create your own furniture. That's what I do when I don't want to spend money. In life as women, we have to do what makes us happy. Like waking up every morning and taking a walk, or just waking up, cooking a nice breakfast for you and your family, or just waking up and being productive, or just waking up and doing nothing at all. But each and every day, I pray that y'all are happy and that you get the best out of your day at work, or if you're traveling somewhere and you're like, wow, I've never been to Australia, but once I land in Australia, I'm going to go tour the city and go check out the restaurants that they have in Australia. Just enjoy your time on that travel, whether you're traveling to Paris or Australia, or even Florida, because Florida is my happy place. Why did I even bring Florida up into this? Let me just stop it, because I can get to talking about Florida like some New Yorkers talk about New York. Anywho, speaking of New York, I gotta stop by New York again. I was thinking about booking another trip to New York and stay in one of those skyrise fancy hotels. So I'm gonna look into that later on. But yeah, I gotta make it on down to New York one of these days again. Yeah, I love traveling to New York sometimes. And I wish I knew a lot of my family in New York because I have a lot of cousins who live in New York from my granny's side because my granny and my grandfather, they were from New York. So I have a lot of family out there, but I don't know them and they do not know me.